but it reminds me a little bit of the Super Bowl we saw Peyton play against Seattle. That first year was, I think the first drive ended up in a safety. Like, it reminds me of that. And then the next year they came back and won the Super Bowl. No thanks to Peyton Manning's play at all, by the way. It was Von Miller in that defense that beat Cam Newton. But it reminded me a little bit of that. But like I said, I didn't watch the game. I watched a little bit of the first quarter, rewatched it that night, and before I fell asleep, because it was disgusting. It literally put me to bed. But it was terrible. And they were outcoached, outplayed at every position. Even the fucking water boy was outcoached, probably. I'm almost sure. Even he was outwatered. So, but yeah, definitely a Dylan Gabriel, Patrick Gabriel for the weekend. I might use that.
And
rolling with
you were in the middle of your rant when Hanley said the football gods wouldn't allow you to slander.
I probably went a little too hard. I should probably dial it back.
Calm down, relax.
Sinead turned up his camera. Sinead turned up his camera.
She unplugged everything. She's like, my dad's watching. Easy with the shits puts in. But listen, this was shocking. Okay.
Yeah.
We have never seen this offense, which I have said they have been declining the last 2 years. Rafa will, but let's and I have a reel a week before and said this was the pathway to win this, and I gave all the Eagles defensive stats, and I said if they could even come near those stats, then they would win without turnovers. Now, this, like you said, what this game reminds me of, Rafa, is actually the Patriots v Giants with.
I think we're losing Eddie once again.
Are we losing Eddie again?
We're losing Eddie again. So I'm gonna remove Eddie from the stage, and I guess I'm gonna give my opinion on the game.
Go ahead.
And what I thought, I think we got Eddie back here. What I thought was I was, as a 49er fan who has in recent memory gotten my ass handed to by the Chiefs. I noticed something right off the bat. The Eagles said, we're not letting Patrick Mahomes in the last moment of a game get an opportunity to get anywhere near the end zone. We're going to put our foot on your neck, and you're going to have to do what you haven't been able to do all season, which is create offense. And so that to me was the biggest. I was like, oh, the Eagles are not playing. They're just going to take off. They're going to take off and see if the Chiefs can catch up. And that's what I was most happy with, was the fact that they didn't let them stick around. They didn't let it, get close. Every opportunity that they had to score and to take advantage, they did.
So let's give some props to Vic Fangio, right? Vic Fangio, I believe, was 1-8 when he coached against his Chiefs. To me, I wasn't so concerned about that because he didn't have the best teams when he was head coach in Denver. But he was familiar and knew what he needed to do. I didn't see this coming. When I saw it, they blitzed one time in 46 offensive downs. What they did was they went zone and didn't create lanes for Pat Mahomes. And what did I say, Rafa? This is why I want a mobile quarterback. Because on that 3rd and 8, what does Patrick Mahomes do to you? He gets those first downs with his feet. That was the difference. They didn't. Pat Mahomes wasn't allowed to do that. And it reminds me of that defense of the Giants when you cannot game plan against pressure up the middle. You might be able to game plan with ends. You could, you could screen an end. You can swing pass, throw over an end. But when you get the push that the Philadelphia Eagles got in the middle with Carter and Davis, and then you had the discipline of the ends to not create those lanes, that was a freaking game changer. Now, not every team is going to be able to. Everyone's saying, "Oh, Eagles wrote the script." This is no. First of all, Eagles were number 1 in pass defense. Number 1 in pass defense. And you had 2 defensive tackles, and Sweat had an amazing game that could create that push up the middle. Pat Mahomes, the great ones do in pressure, they step up through the pocket and make throws. That you saw what happened when he tried to step up in the pocket. He got his
Couldn't do it.
face smashed in. So let's give a shit ton of credit to Vic Fangio. Let's give a shit ton of credit to Jalen Hurts, who has now basically almost outplayed Pat Mahomes in the 2 Super Bowl appearances.
Oh no, he did. Both times.
I didn't see it coming, man.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody.
I didn't see this great game plan. I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was freaking brilliant. But you think of Chris Jones, think of Aaron Donald, you think of those defensive tackles that really make a difference. I think you're going to see a big premium going on these defensive tackles that could actually create pass rush. Let me move on to Andy Reid. Andy Reid didn't have a very good game. Where was the quick passing game?
But
Or
Eddie, they weren't
right. And they've been great at that.
I watched the first 3 drives on replay. They ran the ball one time the first 3 drives. Like, you ran the ball one fucking time. So I mean, what were one time in 3 drives in 11 or 9 plays or 10 plays, I think that was it. They ran the ball once. They had 11 total rushes, I think, at the end of the game, if I'm not mistaken, and a couple of them were by Mahomes. It was bad. So them refusing to, and that was right out the gate. Like, you didn't try to run the ball at all. You get the ball and you ran it one time in 3 drives, like, and you were already down 7-0 by the time you got the third drive. And Matthew says Pacheco was absent. Well, Pacheco and Kareem Hunt, they were absent because they didn't get the ball. It doesn't matter. They could, if the Chiefs have any running back was absent for the Chiefs because they didn't get the ball.